Have you been thinking about making the move to Surprise, Arizona, and you're interested in some new homes? Well, today we're walking over two different floor plans, one single story, one two-story, in a very affordable price point. I'm actually quite shocked because these models are very pretty. So let's go ahead and start off at the front here with the single story. Okay, so right at the front, we have a beautiful single story. This is a Taylor Morrison community located in Asante. This floor plan is 2,213 square feet. Starts with 4 bedrooms, but can go up to 5, 3 baths, 2-car garage. And the starting price on this is $457, which is quite insane if you ask me, but they do have 2 specs that have some amazing incentives. So I'm going to go over the incentives here in just a minute, but those specs are starting right around $510, and those will be fully decked out with tons of beautiful upgrades. So here we are right in the front. You have tall ceilings, tall doors. They've obviously put a decent amount of upgrades into this home. You guys know with Taylor Morrison homes, they do kind of deck out the models. So I will try and point out the different upgrades that they have. So here we are with our first upgrade, which is going to be this little bathroom. You have an upgraded shower hardware. So like this black or bronze color is an upgrade. The backsplash of the shower tile, the flooring, and then probably even the walk-in shower itself is considered an upgrade. That typically is going to be just like your bathtub shower combo. And then you have your upgraded countertop heights. So you have executive countertop heights, and then they also did the upgraded countertops themselves with the quartz versus maybe a cultured marble. And then coming into your first bedroom here at the front, decent sized bedroom, not super big. And then another thing that they've upgraded is going to be this recessed lighting. They do not include ceiling fans typically. They may or may not include a pre-wire depending on the community. And then blinds is another thing you'll have to consider. This one doesn't have blinds, but I'm just letting you guys know. Here is your closet. And then coming back down towards the front, on the right-hand side, we have your sales office, but that would be your garage. A little catch-all space. I love that they do this at Taylor Morrison. They do a lot of little nooks like this so you can put a cabinet, and majority of the time the cabinet does come standard. It just is going to be dependent on kind of the different upgrades. So you won't have hardware like this, and most of the time it does have the wood top, but you may be able to upgrade it depending, again, on the community. Here on the left-hand side, they have it modeled with an open den. I would assume that you could do this as a bedroom instead if you would like. Sometimes they include the recessed lighting in the den space, but again, depending on the community, and the light fixture also may or may not come with it. Coming down here, we have our beautiful kitchen, which I love. This floor plan's not like a lot of the other floor plans that I've shown on this channel before. I don't think I've actually ever shown this floor plan or seen it maybe, which is kind of crazy because I see a lot of floor plans obviously, but I like how they set it up. So on the right-hand side, you have your walk-in pantry, plenty of space for a decent sized family. And then you have your kitchen, which has the 42-inch upper cabinets. This color is actually becoming like kind of their standard in a lot of communities, so that might not even be an upgrade. The countertops definitely are an upgrade. The backsplash is considered an upgrade. I know they charge extra for gas, so that's an upgrade as well. Here is your kitchen sink. So they did the granite sink, which is an upgrade. Black fixtures, which is an upgrade. You'll hear me say that a lot. And then this, I believe, is a cafe appliance. So those are pretty pricey appliances. You, of course, don't have to do that, but it'll just be dependent. I go with you guys to the design gallery if you decide to build a home here and walk you through what's going to get you the most bang for your buck. Here's another look of the living room. Really great size living room, plenty of space. So you have a nice big sectional. Still have space for 2 more chairs. If you wanted to do even a bigger sectional, I've seen people do that too. And then you have enough space for a good sized dining room as well. This is the standard lighting here. You have extra recessed lighting most likely here. The speakers are extra as well. The ceiling fan is extra. And then in the kitchen, Pendant lights don't typically come with it, but then if you guys do design gallery, that could be added. I don't believe these are even an option at the design gallery, but they do have some pretty options. And then you most likely are okay with this recessed lighting. Headed down here, we have another bedroom, bathroom set up on the right-hand side. So we'll start over there first. We have single sink, so both of the bathrooms have single sinks. That's kind of a hit or miss for a lot of people, but totally up to you guys. Again, upgraded cabinet height. You have upgraded countertops, the black fixtures. This is going to be more of your standard tub shower combo. This exterior is most likely an upgrade because this is going to be a quartz versus this is standard, right? So they may have upgraded that just slightly. Headed back down. We have 2 more bedrooms. So this home is modeled with 4 bedrooms. You have the one in the front, you have these 2, and then the primary bedroom. Good lighting in this house. It's actually really, really pretty. They did the extra recessed lighting in here. Obviously, again, does not come with ceiling fans, no blinds. But this is a pretty good sized room. This is most likely a full-size bed. Decent sized nightstands. You could easily do a queen in here and then still have space for a dresser as long as it's not too bulky. With a TV, that would be perfect for a kid or a guest bedroom. Across the way here, now we are in our 3rd bedroom. This is modeled as a little nursery, but you could again fit a queen in here, no problem. Put a TV on the wall. Might need to do like a skinny dresser, but plenty of space for a kid or a guest bedroom. Headed down a little bit further, it looks like we are gonna have our laundry room possibly, which I kind of love the idea of the laundry room being right next to the primary bedroom. I definitely don't have that. Mine's on the other side of the house, which I'm making it so much more dramatic than it needs to be. First world problems, right? But it is kind of nice to have right next to your bedroom. Here we are with our primary bedroom. Really, really pretty. King bed, chunky nightstands, dresser here, easily put a TV, and has a little bit more space for the chair. And they also have a little bench at the end, which is nice. I love the 2 windows, how they're kind of like face towards the backyard. And then here we are in the primary bedroom bathroom. So they've upgraded this quite a bit. You would not see this most likely as a standard option with the rainfall shower and all of that. But it is really pretty. If you guys wanted to do that, that's always a really good upgrade to add. If you decide to build, a lot of their specs will probably have a mixture of this and not. But again, we walk through all the specs with you so you know what you're buying. Here we are, same cabinet style. They upgraded the hardware, pretty countertops upgraded. They did the black fixtures again. And then here's your water closet and then your shower. Yes, this is your shower, guys, obviously. Now, this is your closet, I swear. Tons of shelving here. So you have the upper shelving, which you could use for things that you're not using as often. You have another row of shelving, clothes, another row of shelving here for shoes, and again, more shelving. So even though the closet itself is not super, super big, you have plenty of space to, have all your stuff. I want to show you guys the backyard too, so you can kind of have an idea of the average size for the backyard. Obviously, each lot is going to be slightly different, but we can also get what's called a plot map for you guys. So if you do decide to buy a home at the dirt stage, you'll be able to see, okay, how much space am I going to have from the back of the patio to the back wall, so you can kind of envision that if there is no house on it at that moment. So they've upgraded a lot in here. This will just be your typical concrete backyard patio, and then they've obviously done this backyard, but you can imagine it with just dirt, because that's what it will be. If you need a landscaper, I have an amazing landscaper connection for you guys. But they did a really cute backyard, tons of space for still a pool. Like if you wanted to do a pool, you don't have to do a pool because the HOA does have a community pool, and I'm going to show you guys kind of what comes with that at what cost as well. So if you're not familiar with Surprise, this is located in the more north end of Surprise. It's a really pretty area definitely up and coming and being built out right now, but you're still close to amenities. So a lot of people compare Buckeye to Surprise because similar pricing. Surprise is a little bit more expensive, but if I was going to personally pick between the two and I had primarily a budget of $450 or above, there are some homes a little bit below $450 as well if you're thinking new homes. But if my budget was a little bit more, I would definitely be considering this area because you have so many quick things to get to. So you have your Trader Joe's, you have Costco, you have Chick-fil-A, Target, Home Goods, all the things that I personally love and go to a lot, you're really, really close to. So you're probably about 10 minutes away from those things. If you are thinking about just like your main amenities, gas stations, grocery stores, a couple smaller food places. They have like a Barro's Pizza here. They have Jersey Mike's, Taco Bell, McDonald's. I think there's a Starbucks in the Fries that they have here. But anyways, those are like 5 minutes away, so even closer. But like I was saying, I want to tell you guys a little bit about the HOA. So the HOA is $174 a month. That is a little bit more on the pricey end, but you get a lot of really great amenities. So you have pickleball courts. They're going to have 4 pickleball courts. If you're a pickleballer, you know that the pickleball courts do get filled up pretty quickly. So it's nice that they have more than one. And then what else? Oh yeah, you're going to have your normal pool. You're going to have a lap pool. You're going to have a basketball court. And then you also have a gym. So even if you just think about it based off of the gym aspect, I mean, a gym membership at, say, let's not go lifetime because that's a little bit pricier. I mean, the lifetime memberships are like $200. But if we're talking about maybe like a middle of the ground gym, it would be probably right around $80, I would guess. So with that in mind, now we're at a normal amount for all the amenities that this community has to offer. Average lot size right here, it says 6,360. So again, this is a really good example of that. It's just going to be dependent on the house size too. We're going to go to a 2-story next, so you guys will be able to see what a backyard looks like on a 2-story versus a single story. Typically backyards on the 2 stories are a little bit more. A couple other things I wanted to show you guys was the schools. So you have Asante Preparatory Academy. That's going to be K through 8. If you guys want to look up that, niche.com is a really good resource that's tagged down below. Willow Canyon High School is 9 through 12, and you guys can look that up as well. Grocery stores, we have Fry's, Trader Joe's, which is 5 miles away, which is amazing because there's not a lot of Trader Joe's here in the West Valley if you're a Trader Joe's fan. A couple different entertainment things that they have listed is going to be just the dining in the area. They're going to have Lake Pleasant is not too far away from here, probably 30 minutes, maybe less. They have a couple bowling alleys, malls, movie centers. They have, like I said, Home Goods, which is the only place you really need to be going to that you care about, let's be honest. But they're really growing out certain parts of the Surprise area, and it's already grown out. So that's actually saying a lot. When it comes to the incentives, so I want to talk about the 2 specs that they have available real quick. They have one available that was originally priced at $531 and now it's priced at $511. And then they also had one that was originally priced at $540 and now it's $520. So let's say, for example, the $511 one, that is only $60,000 in upgrades in that home. Well, actually, it's about $100,000 in upgrades in the home, and you're getting it for about $60,000. So that's really cool, and why it's usually more beneficial to purchase a home that is what's called a spec home versus building, because you're going to get better deals on the homes that are ready now. So that one that is $511 and $520, essentially, those are both going to be the 4 bedrooms. If you wanted the 5 bedroom, you would have to build, which would be, instead of this den here in the front that you guys saw earlier, that would be the bedroom. And then the incentive, the best part, especially for specs. The incentive for new builds is definitely good, but it's a little bit different. So these spec homes, outside of already having the $20,000 off on the price, they're also offering a 4.75% interest rate for FHA and VA, and then conventional is up to 5.49%. These are always changing, so keep that in mind. But it's really like quite amazing. And you guys know from my last video last week, I had a client who was wanting to stay around 550 and was able to go up about $30,000 and still be at a really comfortable payment because they were able to buy down the rate. So if you think maybe your budget is a little bit lower, you may be actually able to afford it with these type of rates versus, let's say, the market rate is what it is right now. Another thing is they're offering, it's probably not going to be about 3%. It's probably going to be closer to like 1.5% for closing costs, which will cover majority of your closing costs. They do take offers, so it's just going to depend on timeline and things along those lines. But we can always throw it out there regardless. But next house we're going to head to is going to be a big house. They have a lot of models here actually, but this next house is going to be 3,185 square feet, 4 to 6 bedrooms, 3.5 to 4 baths, 2-story, 2-car garage. That starts at $530. So I'm interested to see that. I don't know if I've walked this floor plan before or not, but I'm sure it's a good one. It's really hard to find homes at that size for a reasonable price. And honestly, $530 is not bad starting. You're probably gonna be right around $600 once finally like all done. But I mean, I've been to a Taylor Morrison community that is a little bit closer in Surprise. It's not as pushed back here, but those 6-bedroom homes are like starting $700,000. So it's interesting to see definitely the price difference here. But let's go ahead and check out this beautiful home behind me. Okay, starting off in the front, you have this really pretty 2-story, 2-car garage. The Taylor Morrison communities do typically come with this cobblestone setup here in the driveway, which I really love. It's a really nice upgrade. Typically, this is an upgrade, right? So usually they're gonna have just right when it cuts off here at the driveway, it's usually just gonna be concrete unless you decide to upgrade that. Here is the front door, very much upgraded, but very pretty also. Okay, so we walk in here and we have a nice wide walkway. It doesn't immediately enter you into the living space kitchen, but you can definitely see that. So it's kind of nice. It has a little bit of separation. On the left-hand side here, we have our bedroom 1 right at the front. Decent size, similar size to the other one. And then you have a full bathroom here. So executive height cabinets, upgraded countertops. They didn't do the black hardware, but you guys could always add that if you wanted. All of this has been upgraded. So the tile on the bottom, the tile on the walls, upgraded. And it's also nice because this is a 2-story. So this means that they have a full bedroom bathroom downstairs for anyone that has parents or family members that can't do stairs or just want a good guest bedroom. That would be perfect. On the left-hand side here, we have our laundry room. Really good laundry room. This is all super upgraded. So keep that in mind. The flooring is very much upgraded. All the extra cabinets here are upgraded. All the extra cabinets up top are upgraded. They did not put a sink. That's probably an option if you guys wanted to do a sink right here, but they don't have it in this model. Very nice laundry room. Here is the under the stairs storage. They did it as like a little kid play setup. I've seen people do it for dogs. I've seen people just use storage. The clear glass won't be there. It'll just be a standard door. Here we are entering in to your kitchen, living room, dining room area. This is a very beautiful kitchen. And also I love the big multi-slider, and this is a pie-shaped lot. So you guys will be able to see this lot is much bigger than your average lot in this community, but it would be cool if they did have the opportunity at the moment. All of this cabinetry and upper cabinets is all an upgrade, but of course you guys can do that if you'd like. The slider door is an upgrade. When it comes to right here, you have the waterfall kitchen island. That's an upgrade. But of course, again, if you guys do design center, you can add all of these things. This has the gourmet kitchen. You have the refrigerator, and then you have the built-in microwave, oven, gas range up top. They also upgraded some of the different cabinetry that doesn't come standard necessarily. So these cabinets right here, they're pull out, so they're really great for pots and pans. That's not necessarily standard. Pull-out trash can is a nice upgrade. They have the stainless steel drop-in sink, which is really pretty. This one definitely is an upgrade. The regular sink is just a 2-basin standard stainless steel sink, but this was not too much of an upgrade. If you guys are ever interested in knowing how much it's going to cost before you move forward, that's always a hard part about buying a new home. They do have a design center situation online that I can send you the link for. And it's based on the floor plan that you're interested in. But basically, it can kind of give you a really good idea of what you're going to expect when you go to Design Gallery before you actually commit to purchasing the home. Because if you're not going to be able to get everything that you want, maybe you just choose a spec instead and then upgrade as you go. Here is your primary bedroom. Primary bedroom downstairs is a huge, huge plus. So I really love that. It's kind of hard to find nowadays. Here we are with our primary bathroom. Double sinks. You have the walk-in shower, bathtub. It may be an option to go ahead and do a super shower if you wanted to do that here, or sometimes this is even considered an upgrade and maybe they would just have the shower here and a linen closet. They have a couple different configurations. Here we are with the water closet and then your actual closet. Again, tons of shelving, which I absolutely love. I want to see the backyard because the backyard is so pretty. I just saw a little glimpse of it, but it is a really nice upgrade. They didn't do super upgraded baseboards. They did not do the squared edge. I'm not sure if that's an option at this community or not, but they did upgrade the flooring throughout. Flooring on this size of home could easily run you $20,000 or more. So just keep that in mind. Again, we can run through the payment scenarios, or not payment scenarios, but purchase price scenarios and kind of how much you're going to expect to put in upgrades. But here we are in this beautiful backyard. This one, again, is much bigger than the 6,000 square foot lot that we were at not too long ago. We had a crazy windstorm, so excuse like the pool and the, you guys probably can't even see it, but some twigs and stuff. Anyways, this is a really, really big backyard compared to what you're most likely going to be able to get. They only have a certain amount of lots that are going to have this kind of pie-shaped lot, but and they aren't usually always open either. They do what's called line building here. And basically what line building is they will only start homes on literally that first street because they want to finish the construction out on that street before they move to the next one. So they'll only open lots on that street. So you're not always going to be able to get the pie-shaped lot, and you're definitely going to have to pay pie-shaped lot premiums, which can be pretty pricey. On average, their lot premiums are going to be anywhere between $3,000 to $8,000, but for a upgraded shaped lot or sized lot, you're going to expect to definitely be closer to 10 to 20,000, depending again on the lot and how long it's been sitting there. So just again, for an example, this is kind of what they've done for the backyard. This pool, probably ranging, if I was going to guess, with the fountains, you're probably looking at like an $80,000 pool. You don't have to spend that much money. There are definitely options for less. It's just going to be dependent. The whole backyard itself is definitely closer to $100,000. You guys can obviously add these things slowly. You don't have to add them right away, but just something to keep in mind within your budget. A lot of people will obviously want to maybe have a pool right when they move in. That's definitely normal. I do help with resale homes, even though I do a lot of videos about new builds. But if you decide to do a resale home, the only con, and probably one of the reasons why I do a lot of new homes in general, not because of these videos necessarily, but because my clients do want a new home, is the idea that they're not going to be able to get as much of a deal, right? That's a huge factor. 4.75% interest rate, honestly, you cannot beat that. And most likely you're not going to be able to get that on a resale home. It's a lot easier for a builder to say, okay, this is business, right? Versus if I was selling my home, the money that it takes to be able to get a 4.75% interest rate, I'm not willing to give. So someone will just have to want to live in my area and or purchase a resale home for whatever their reasoning is. So possibly with the money that you're saving monthly, you can more affordably be able to add your pool or be able to save up more so you can add the pool later. Okay, now that we're at the top, you are greeted by a massive loft space, which again, perfect for kids, perfect for families that either have multi-generational living and you maybe need some of your own spaces, but there's definitely a great reason to have them. You don't have much of the noise that's going to be happening. You definitely have a little because this is open, and then that's going to be your living room right there. So you might hear a little bit, but you know, there's nothing wrong with that necessarily. Here we are in this kind of funky nook space, but I also kind of love it. So they have a desk here if you guys do homeschooling, or if you even wanted to just have this as like a storage space or a reading nook or something along those lines. That's really cool. And then you have first bedroom upstairs. This is going to be what's called a junior suite. So you have the bedroom and then you have its own bathroom connected. This has all been upgraded. This has been slightly upgraded with the exterior. And then we also have a nice big walk-in closet right here on the right. Good size. And then surprise, especially this area, does have some really pretty views. So you guys can kind of see that. I know depending on where you're living, this may be nothing, but it is quite beautiful for Arizona and this area. I really like anytime that I can see a mountain in the distance. I love that. And you could probably, actually you can't see it, but I see through all of these windows some really beautiful mountain views. So if you're looking for that, that might be nice. On the right-hand side after the loft, we have good sized bathroom. So this is the first double sinked one, which is nice. And then it has the tub shower combo. They did the upgraded tiling. Here's just a closet for linens. Here is your next bedroom. So that's probably a queen bed right there, queen trundle. So that's plenty of space for a kid's bedroom. And then here's your next bedroom, a little bit smaller, but this one has a walk-in closet. And then again, another little like funky space, I guess. You guys can tell me what you think about this. Is that kind of weird, or is it cool because then your kids can just kind of like have their own space? Like it seems kind of fun to be able to just have a chair here and watch videos on my phone or something if I was a kid. And then here's another closet. This one has even more space, no shelving in here, but you guys can use this for, you know, your games, your extra storage, or whatever you guys would want. But this is a really great house for a big family, and they actually do have some available with that pricing incentive and the interest rate as well. So for this home with the deal is going to be, they have one for $587 essentially, which is a really great deal. You get the 4.77 or 75, or for conventional 5.49. And they have another one. That one's right at 600. The one at 600 is going to be, no, actually they're all ready now. If not, the January one will be ready in the next week or two. But those all have the really great deal. And you can also build, I think I already told you guys the price, but if not, I'll say it one more time. So that's $530 for if you decided to do like the starting price of the build. Just keep in mind, you're probably going to put right around $70,000 to $100,000 in upgrades. And even if you guys are like, oh, well, I just maybe won't put a lot of upgrades into it, upgrades do add up quite quickly. Like I said, the flooring alone is $20,000 minimum. And on this size, it might be even more, let's say $25,000 plus your lot premium. Now we're at, even on the low end, $30,000, right? So that doesn't include the gourmet kitchen. That doesn't include a lot, right? So just keep that in mind. The spec home may be the better option, and totally up to you guys, but that's what I'm thinking. They also have different floor plans that they did not mention, like they don't have modeled here. So those start, they have one that starts at $430, and then it's kind of all the middle ground between $430 to this one at $530. They also do have a multi-gen suite that they don't have modeled here, but I can do a video for you guys privately if you would like one. Just go ahead and message me. My number and email are popping up, but I would also love if we could chat and talk about the Zoom call really quick. I go into way more depth for all of my clients with a Zoom call, and we talk about location. We talk about how the buying process works. We talk about, do we want a dirt build? Do we want a new build? Or dirt build? Do we want a spec build? there's a lot of options when it comes to buying real estate here. So I want to make sure you guys have a really great plan for that. And obviously I help you with a lot of the resources, whether it be getting pre-approved, landscapers, painters, whatever it is. We just want to come up with a solid plan for you guys. And whether you're thinking about making the move here in, let's say, May, June, July, a lot of my clients are moving during that time just for the fact of their kids are in school. I would highly suggest reaching out sooner than later. Just so one, we can get the game plan together. You may need to sell your house. There's a lot of different things that I want to make sure that we have mapped out. So that way we're not just necessarily like rushing. And I want to avoid as much stress when you're moving to a whole new state. It's already stressful, but then when you add buying a house on top of it and then also selling a house potentially, it's easier and better mentally for you to start sooner than later, and we can get a game plan together. But again, my number and email are popping up. I would love to help you guys out. And if you have any suggestions for videos, please comment those down below. I would love to hear from you guys on what you think. If there's a certain area that maybe you want me to give my take on, I would definitely do that. I post every Monday at 5 p.m. all about moving to Arizona and the Phoenix suburbs, and literally anything. Arizona is on this channel. I have over 70 videos at this point. I'm an Arizona native, so I can definitely walk you guys through what it's like to live here and what you can expect when relocating, because I did also relocate to Denver and move back for about a year and a half, so I'm familiar with the relocation process outside of helping just last year, 20 people move to Arizona. So I would love to be of assistance for you guys, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.